So so we got a lot of palm oil here. So this is just a private palm oil here. So actually, like almost like 70% it's a farmer here. They're working with a palm oil plantation, and this is the process of the palm oil. Make it.
Seed.
This is just take long process to make it oil. So you can have a look. And first they have to make like put on the street, and then they bring it to the trucks, and then they bring it to the factory here. So we got like a couple of factory here, and they take like first they need to boil it, and then they boil it and make really hot, and they put separate between the seed and then the branch, so that the branch they're gonna use it again to be a compost, and they just put under the palm trees, so make the palm trees growing better. And the palm trees, this is like almost 25 years, and palm oil can be like 35 years, and after 35 years they need to cut, and then they replant it again. And after 3 years start from the baby palm oil, and in 3 years they can collect the palm oil. And before the 3 years they cannot collect because too small, and then there's not so much oil in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So this has become the big farming industry here is from this oil, this palm oil, and it goes through that long process to get there. Very good. We've seen rows and rows of these palm trees, and as we cross the street carefully, you can see for miles nothing but palm trees. I don't want to fall down there. Ah, look at all the dragonflies. Cool. All right. So you see all the palm trees out there, rows and rows of those palm trees. And the question is not about whether or not the palm trees and the palm oil has been a good industry for this area. The question is, what was the cost to get there? And every industry, everything, where you are in the world, there is a cost benefit analysis that must be done. Is it worth the cost for the benefits? Now, for the people, the benefit is you make money.
Yeah.
It's a great industry for the money.
It's kind of like good thing and also the bad thing. Sometimes this is really good for economy of the country sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's like more than like 20 years ago, our president really patiently about to make cut some, and then they're growing more palm oil to make people get more money from it.
Right.
Yeah. And
So what are some of the things to be careful about? I know that we were in the national forest,
yeah,
and they don't allow
yeah.
cutting.
And the problem is also about the palm oil plantation is almost close to the national park, and mostly like the animals, they don't realize there's a plantation, and then they just come out from the national park and then go into the plantation. And we scared like the farmer here, and then they're killing the enemies like other tiger. We have some conflict between Sumatran tiger and then palm oil plantation, so this time also come out.
So you have the farmer that is trying to protect their crops, just like anybody on a small farm that would try to protect their livestock from a wild animal. Same thing for here, except it's an orangutan or a tiger. And so yeah, it must be protected. They don't know where the fences are because there's no fence on the national park. It's just an open national park, 1 million hectares of national park, and so it's very, very big. But on the edges, you have they cross the edge, and now they're in someone's farmland.